All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, it is that time of the week, folks. My key games for the upcoming weekend in the world of college football. I want to start off in the ACC as you're going to have the ninth ranked Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking their unblemished mark to Chapel Hill to take on the North Carolina Tar Heels. Now, the Demon Deacons should be on upset alert in this one, as the Tar Heels could be a very dangerous team. They were expected to do a lot better in the ACC this year than they are currently showing, and you just have to wonder if this is a game where North Carolina gets it turned around. But when you think about the success that Wake Forest has had this year, you look at their offense. It starts with Sam Hartman, who arguably could be the ACC Offensive Player of the Year for 2021. Then you look at the productivity from running back Christian Beal Smith. And then you look at what the Demon Deacons can do in the passing game with wide receivers A.T. Perry and Jakari Roberson. They are definitely going to put some pressure on this North Carolina defense. The Tar Heels will counter with quarterback Sam Howell. He's been solid. I know that like he's had some moments, but he's still been solid this year for the Tar Heels, who are going to look to pull off the upset. And then I look at running back Ty Chandler as well as wide receiver Josh Downs. They're going to need to have big games for the Tar Heels if they do pull off this upset. This game is going to be very good. It's an early start. So, it's one of those where maybe, just maybe, North Carolina could catch Wake Forest napping. But with that said, I'm still going to take the Demon Deacons in a tight one by the score of 38-30. Now, in the Big Ten Conference, you're going to have the third-ranked Michigan State Spartans traveling to West Lafayette to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. And Sparty needs to keep the momentum going, obviously, after their big win over Michigan last week. But then also, they know that they're going up against an upset minded Purdue team. And let's not forget, Purdue already went on the road this year and knocked off Iowa, who was previously unbeaten, and they were ranked second in the nation at the time. But you look at what Michigan State is doing right now. Quarterback Peyton Thorne is having a solid season, but the spark plug to this offense, if you would, is going to be running back Kenneth Walker III. And I mean, the best way to sum up the way that Kenneth Walker III runs with the football is that he is a man. You can just ask the Michigan defense about him last week as he simply leaned on them and kept leaning on them. And it's kind of like in that John Riggins, Earl Campbell type mode where you know what, after a while, it's the body blows and you just lean on the defense. And we saw that last week. Defensively, Michigan State has 26 team sacks, and they haven't been great defensively this year, which is what you would think of a Mel Tucker led team, but they've been great at just the right time. And on the flip side for Purdue, which Purdue team are we going to get? Are we going to get the Purdue team that can, go on like that we saw beat Iowa? Or are we going to see a Purdue team lay an egg? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing for sure, if the Boilermakers are going to pull off the upset, wide receiver David Bell is going to have a good game, or needs to have a good game rather. Purdue has talent. They're going to be up for this game. I think the fans at West Lafayette are going to be up for this game as well. But with that said, I think Michigan State is so poised and they know that they cannot take their foot off of the throttle after last week. Listen, I'm going to take Sparty on the road by the score of 31-20. And finally in the SEC, it's only a small schedule this week, but finally in the SEC, we're going to have the 13th ranked Tigers of Auburn traveling to College Station to take on the 14th ranked Texas A&M Aggies. And when you think about Auburn, it's their offense. I look at, of course, quarterback Bo Nix, but more importantly, I'm looking at running backs Tank Bigsby and Jarquez Hunter. They have to put the pressure, if you will, on this Texas A&M defense. More importantly, if Auburn is running the football successfully, they are winning the time of possession, and of course, they're keeping Texas A&M's offense on the field. But the Aggies are going to counter with a solid running back of their own in Isaiah Spiller, as well as the fact that their defense has 24 team sacks this season, and they want to try to put some pressure on Auburn quarterback Bo Nix. But the thing about it is this: you want to try to keep Auburn in third and long situations if you're A&M to neutralize their running game. But the thing is, you can't fall asleep at the wheel, if you will, in regards to having Bo Nix back there because this guy is a solid quarterback. He has seen his fair share of battles in the SEC. He's the 3-year starter, and this guy will not be phased in regards to going to Kyle Field at College Station to try to pull off the win. And because of that, I am going to take Auburn on the road in this contest by the score of 31-27. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. Like I said, very shorter schedule this week as far as key games go, but nonetheless, these are my key games for this upcoming Saturday in the world of college football. And as always, I want to take the time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.